Yo ho, what's going on, guys? So, today I just want to talk about another experience I've had playing this. I've referenced it, I guess, a few times in some of my other videos, and I've played this game with my grandma so many times while I've been here, like probably over 50 games, probably close to like 75 to 100. But it's this game called Hanafuda, and I'm not sure what it translates to, but I know Hana means flower, I think, in Japanese. But essentially, it's just a old card game that old Japanese folk play. It gets really competitive. Sometimes I've heard that people gamble. Um, each point that you get is equal to $1, and you can get up to, if you destroy your opponent, you can get up to like 200 points. That's a really like destructive game. But for the most part, it's like around 100 to 150. But still, that'd be like $100 you just lost right there. And it's kind of strange, but you see the true colors, or I don't know. I like to call it that because my grandma and a bunch of my other elderly Japanese family just are very competitive with the game. Like, the nicest people start trash talking, saying, "Hey, not that good, huh? Oh, getting a little bit rusty. What a game. Man, I destroyed you." And I was like, yeah, this is pretty fast. Do you feel better about yourself for saying that? I bet you they do, but um, I don't know. It's all in good fun. It's all out of love, and I just love the competitive nature. I don't see this normally in these kind family members of mine. I'm just used to them making some amazing food, having great conversations. So to change things up is really awesome. And well, this game is really hard to explain in terms of how to play it, but I'll try. So there are 4 cards. This game's kind of like Suits, kind of like a regular American, the American card game, where so in the American card game there's spades, clubs, diamonds, and hearts. In this card game, there's, I guess, different animals, and there's 4 cards in each, I guess, set, and 2 are worth points, and 2 are trash cards that you use to um, match with. And I guess typically the way that me and my grandma play, because there's multiple ways to play it. There are just there's like Korean versions, there's Japanese versions, there's probably a bunch of other ethnicities, but there's just slight changes in the rules. But the one that we play is you have 10 cards in your hands and 8 cards on the field, and then you have a deck of cards in the middle. And what you do is you play a card that has a matching background to one on the field, and then you flip a card from the deck, and that's your turn. And you keep on doing that until the cards run out. There's different versions where you don't use up all the cards, so every single move that you make matters. Not that if you use up all the cards, it doesn't matter. It's just that if you when you're using all the cards, you can card count because you can see how many what you have in terms of points and what your opponent has. Like, that's just I guess part of the game, and whoever has the most points wins. And if you want to get a little bit even more crazy with it, there's these I'm not sure. I think there's like eight things called yakus, and they're just sets of 3 cards that are together. And if you get them, then you subtract like 50 points from your opponent, or in some other versions you add points to your total points to help you be that much closer to winning, which is super cool. But yeah, I guess with this day, now that I've told you guys a little bit about how to play it, oh, and I almost forgot, there's this card called the Gaji, and this card is kind of like the God card. If you guys know Yu-Gi-Oh, it's kind of like oh my gosh, this is a game-changing card. If you have it, it could make or break. You could win, or you could just be dumb and waste it and just get obliterated. But this card can match with any single card in the version that we play. In other versions, I guess it's just a card that matches with its suit. But anyway, so I guess in terms of what happened with my grandma this night, she's like, I kind of asked her like, okay, so who's winning? And she's like, does it really matter, Blaze? And I'm like, kind of. And she's like, we don't need to keep score. I'm like, I don't know. It just means a lot to me when I beat you or destroy you, because when you beat me, you kind of rub it in. She's like, all right, fair enough. But I guess this night was a good night for me. Like 3 wins, 1 loss. And I say it's like a good night because sometimes I get smashed, man. There was one night I think I just lost every single game. So it was like 0-5. And it wasn't just that I got beat. It was the fact that I got like, it was probably like 120 points to like 10 points because she got 2 Yakus. So that means she subtracted 100 points from me. I would have had 110 if she didn't get any. It would have been a close game, 110, 120. But the fact she got 2 just made it look like it was a lot worse than... It sounds a lot worse than it is, I guess. It was very strategic, and she won fairly. Yeah, she just beat me. But anyway, that night was a good night for me, and I just have so much fun playing it with my grandma. Nowadays, when I am trying to figure out life, I don't really get to play these kind of card games with her, and of course, she's kind of like on the tired side too. But it's always so much fun just talking to my grandma and enjoying these moments. I really appreciate it. It uplifts me and keeps me motivated, keeps me going. Just seeing her happy, and I'm happy playing with her too. So it's a win-win on both sides. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. And if there's any questions, concerns, or discrepancies, email me at blaze@gmail.com. And if you feel like you could help me or I could help you, say anything really, hit me up. Why? Because I care. Peace out, guys.